we're going to try for a little slower tempo the whole thing through, and then some practice spots. I have some alternate fingerings that I think, even though you're really used to your old fingerings, this might help. So here we go. At least this will give you something to play along with. And we'll try some spots to practice, so you can get used to different fingerings if you'd like. Get ready and go. Now, if in performance you do maybe not quite so many of those B flat, A, B flat, G, if you don't do as many of the do, ti, do, la at the end, that's okay. This fingering right here, it might be, I'm not sure if you did this, your score wasn't clear. If you have 4 on E flat, you can tuck your thumb under with 1. A way that you can practice would be putting 2 on G and 3 on the B flat. I'm going to do a measure ahead of that, but have your 2 on the G in measure 27 and your 3 on B flat, 2 on G, and just be ready, and I'll give you 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thumb under. And that's how I do practicing. I will take one spot like that and maybe practice it 3 times. So I'm going to go ahead of that again, and then you'll get that 1, 2, 3 with your 2 on the G, then 3 on F, 4 on E flat. That might be slightly different fingering, but I think it's going to work better. I'm sorry I didn't think of it sooner. Here we go. 1, 2, go. Tuck under 1 on D. Now getting to play to the end is kind of frosting on the cake. Let's try that practice one last time. And if you need to, go back. Oops, I have to tell my alarm to stop. Alexa, stop. There, oops, sorry about that. So here we are, getting ready. Go. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, if you need to, go back and practice that section again. This one's a tricky one right here, because you go with both hands to a D, and both hands have to shift at once. So just right now, find right hand on D and left hand on D, plunk, take your hands away, and then find it again. Do that a few times. If you have to, stop the video, but just be able to know right away to go here, because we did a slower tempo, so that you can go like from this 5, re, 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 mi, re, do, ti, do, la. We'll do the measure before that. You'll have 4 on the C and the 5 on the F. Measure ahead of measure 21. Get ready, go. 4. And then that's what you need to practice, just that, so you get good at it. So have your 4 ready on the C, 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 D, C, B flat, and here's your 5 ready on the F. You'll get the measure beforehand. 2, 3. That's a lot to ask. So this is how, when you get older, you just go, I'm going to practice my spots so that when I run the whole thing, it's easier. So one last time, the 4 on the C in the right hand, 5 on the F. You'll get a measure ahead of time. 1, 2, go. And that's it. So now if we go backwards, what's the next spot? I bet it's when we both go G. Yep, it's right there, that G. So right now, find that G in the right hand and that G in the left hand. You can even stop it and just take your hand away and practice. I'll go to those 2 G's. G, G. Take your hand away and practice it again. Just go into those G's. And then, this is the next thing. You need to practice that transition. So I think starting from your 1 on the F and your 5, 4, 5, 3. This is my suggested fingering. We're usually on B flat with a 3 in the right hand. You could go 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 2, 5, and it might kind of make your hand like a slinky that then wants to expand. If you want to keep the 3, I understand that. So we're going to go a measure ahead of you starting in measure 17. You put your 1 on the F, you put your 5 on the D. So here's starting in measure 16, but you play in measure 17, just like the other spots. Go. And then you can see if that other section's stuck. So I'll put it in a couple more times. I know this is a little trickier practicing. So it starts in measure 16, but you start playing in measure 17. 1, 2, go. So now, what is the next tricky spot that might need some practicing? Yeah, getting to that 5 on time in measure 15. 5, 4, 5, 3. And in the left hand, yeah, you've been doing that 2, 5 thing. So if you get 3 on B flat, A, B flat, G, ready in measure 12, and find 5 in measure 12 on the G, I'll start in measure 11, but you start in measure 12. Start. Let's do that again. I'll start the playing in measure 11, and you go from there in measure 12. And I tend to like to do things in 3s. So here we go. Get ready. It'll be measure 11. You play measure 12, I think. Go. And you see the playback doesn't know how to slow down. So if you start slowing down at the end and the playback doesn't, that's okay. I'll put it on here one more time from the very beginning and you get your nice little G metronome introductions. And if you don't play as many of those do, ti, do, las, that's perfectly fine. I don't always think of the best fingering right away for piano, cello, bass. But then when you think of a better fingering, it maybe takes a little time, but in the long run, it does make it easier. Good luck with this. If you need a slower recording, please let me know. Have a great day.